you're bringing up great details about this. Okay, it shows a multitude of things. So the first thing that we pinpointed out was that it is an actual image, right? That it's an actual image that shows research. Okay, this comes from the National Safety Council. Check, make sure your head's up, buddy. I don't want you to fall asleep. Comes from the National Safety Council. One of the things that you saw was a distraction. Someone said a gear shifter, but that's not a gear shifter. It's a razor, okay? Like one you shave your face with. Now, it is less rare to see somebody, or it is more rare, sorry, to see somebody shaving while driving. But how many of you have parents, mothers specifically, that put makeup on while they're driving? How many of you have moms that put makeup on while they're driving? How many of you have parents that check their hair in the rearview mirror, male or female, mom or dad? Okay, that they're checking their hair in the mirror, right? What about people that are putting on hand sanitizer now as they're driving, or lotion as they're driving? Okay, that happens quite a bit, right? Like people do that all the time. So that representation of the 0.6% is grooming and personal hygiene. It's the very bottom one in that readout, right? I don't know. I think personal hygiene just stands out as a razor. People do shave as they're driving. I see men with like an electric razor that they'll shave as they're driving. Well, a lot of them collect it, or they just let it fall on them. Like the razor will collect it itself. Like an electric razor may just collect it on its own. Most of them do. Like you have to clean out the actual razor filter. Okay. And I mean, I've seen people brushing their teeth over a cup while they're driving. I've watched people put on full makeup, like all the way from base level on up. I can't even think of the. Yes, and I had to ask them to stop. Correct. Now, that's one that stood out to us. What do you think is the largest distraction that it shows up there? Good. You use the graph down below, Landon, right? Object in hand is the largest distraction, 44.5%. Any object in their hand. Now, I will tell you, I've seen from a book while people were reading while driving. That could be a lighter. That could be just whatever else. What else have you guys seen that people use that they have in their hand as a distraction? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I think that's what it's focusing on with object in hand. Even though it has drink as 12.7% beverage or food, I think that's just literally having it in the car can cause a distraction versus having an object in your hand and actually eating or drinking while driving. How many of you once a week have one of your meals in a car? But it's common, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Is it's common that you could have a meal in the car, right? And that also means your parents are eating and driving at the same time. It's parked. Okay. Now, eating is that mess. It's a distraction, right? Now, what else stands out to you all up there? The deer. Okay. But notice, the deer is not the distraction. Wyatt, I can understand that looking out the mirror 100 yards or looking at your window 100 yards away at a deer can be a distraction. And I'm certain you and probably your dad are the same way, that if you see, hey, look at those turkey over there, look at those deer, that can aid as a distraction. But it's such a small percentage, it doesn't show up. Also, partly is those are the things you should be watching for. Game, other cars, a wall, turns coming up, right? So those are things that aren't distractions. Those are the things you should be looking for, okay? What other distractions do you all see? Okay, a headphone, the wireless thing itself, the wireless device itself. Notice that it says talking on a handheld mobile phone. Literally talking on it is what, 13.4%? And an object in hand is 44.5%. So almost 60%, and I would imagine that object in hand is mostly your phone, texting, scrolling, searching on the internet, whatever it might be. The phone is probably 60% of all distractions. Would you say that your parents, your older siblings or siblings in general, are they often distracted by their cell phone as they're driving around? Is that safe to say? Yeah, my son would probably say yes as well. He has to remind me all the time, hey, get off your phone. Okay. Notice it also, if you look down farther, it says manifest, map, or navigation is 1% of that distraction. So that's even separate from using your phone. It's taking that out of it and saying that's a different thing entirely. And that's just probably like having to make a quick turn or trying to read the navigation itself. So it's not even in your hand. It is simply being used. Now, can we use this information as part of our research? Yes. Can we use it as complication? 100%. Can we use it as an improvement? How can we use it as an improvement? Because it is possible. The navigation. Do handheld devices make it harder to drive than that Bluetooth device? Yes, it does, because 5.2% of accidents are caused by talking, listening on a mobile phone on a hands-free device. 5.2%. Now, while object in hand, talking on the phone is almost 60% combined. So texting or just talking on the phone itself is more dangerous than having a handheld device. So we can use it to show improvements as well. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people that even use AirPods as they're driving. Like if their radio doesn't work, they just put on earbuds or AirPods. I would only put on one so I could at least hear stuff. Okay, so